Welcome to Okon Bros.
What's up, everybody? What's cooking, everyone? Happy Wednesday. Happy Thanksgiving Eve. You know, today was like one of the best days of the year when I was in high school. It was always good parties on Thanksgiving
That's what they
Eve.
said. They said
had
like, today was like the biggest bar night, biggest nightclub night of the year.
It was fun. It was fun. I remember one time I think I was a junior in high school. Maybe I was in college. I might have been in college. And I was with a few of the guys, and we went out to Roseland. Roseland had a pre-Thanksgiving party.
Right.
And I got to tell you, like, some of the best, I can name like my top 10 best parties of all time.
What's
hey,
up,
sweetie
pie?
Hallie.
Hallie's my daughter for everybody concerned.
What's up, Hallie?
My number one fan.
I actually just found out that one of Alex's friends subscribed to our channel. Big shout out to Brandon. He's
Take
got a
it.
YouTube channel.
Oh, we got my niece.
Welcome, Kayla.
Hi, Kayla.
So, Thanksgiving Eve, Roseland was definitely in my top 5 for like best parties I've ever been to. I think Super Bowl in Vegas, like a few of the Super Bowl parties in Vegas, would definitely be in my top 5. But Jesus Christ, that party at Roseland, I went with guys. I think I was with Neil and Greg and Mitch. And Natalie Portman was there. I'll never forget that.
I'm sorry, Tammy.
So change your plans.
I've had a weird past few days. So I ate a strawberry and I had like an allergic reaction to it. And like my sinuses got like super inflamed, and you can tell like my nose is like a little bit red, and I've been like super drippy. And it's been like that for like 2 days, and I don't have a cold because it would be like the Virgin Mary of colds, because I don't go anywhere and I don't see anybody besides my family. And even when I go see Michael and his family and my mom, we're outside. So we haven't been inside each other's houses or anything like that. So like we keep like super distance. So yeah, I'm on Sudafed and I took like Advil and stuff like that. So I'm sure I could drink on that stuff, but I'd just rather not.
We don't need Eric's head hitting the keyboard in the middle of the podcast, but we are drinking water tonight. We're sober on Thanksgiving Eve for Eric.
Yep, I got some ice water. So sorry,
we will have a drunk podcast.
We will do it maybe next week or something.
Whenever you're feeling better. And Eric did test for COVID, and he was negative, which is a good thing.
Yes.
Tommy Fisher says, "Happy Thanksgiving Eve, Tommy." Big shout out to Big Tommy Fisher. CW Post in the house.
We got Jack's Black Car in Jacksonville, Florida.
What's up, Jack's Black Car? We've been to Jacksonville before.
What's up, Robert?
Thanks for joining us, Robert. Appreciate it.
Casey likes your haircut.
Casey.
And my daughter likes your hair.
But your hair, Michael. Yes, but my hair, Hallie. I cut my hair. It got to the point. It got to the point where it's just, the Jewish afro started like going in all different directions, especially where I didn't want it to go. So I took a razor to it and I shaved the hell out of it. So I appreciate it.
We got Maureen Ashley. Happy Thanksgiving from Seal Beach, California. Thank you for fabulous competitors like BLS. I was VP of Sales at Music Express.
Maureen, pure respect. Maureen.
Michael and I were actually talking about you the other day.
Oh,
and
good.
We're like, we never really interacted with you, but from what I saw on Facebook and how you interact with your friends and coworkers and whatnot, I can see why you were so successful at what you did. So I commend you for that.
Maureen, you're an institution in our industry. Your name is everywhere, and it's always been very positive, and nothing but respect for you, really and truly.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, no, thank you for tuning in. It's nice, like good vibes, right? Like, we should change his name to like Good Vibes by Okon Bros. Like,
yeah, well, I mean, like,
I like that.
Today we wanted to talk about gratitude and why.
What is everyone grateful for?
Yeah.
What is everyone grateful for? What is everyone grateful for in their lives right now? Thanksgiving 2020.
Grateful none of us have the Rona. That's numero uno.
Health is number one. Everything else, but yeah. And for the people that did get coronavirus, I mean, I wish them a
speedy recovery.
Absolutely.
Happy Thanksgiving, Stephen.
Back at you, Stephen. Happy Thanksgiving. Can you believe we made it to like Thanksgiving 2020? Gosh, back in March 11th, right? I call it 3/11 Day because that 311 is our favorite band. But like March 11th, I'll be like, this is going to be over by April. This shit is not lasting. Thanksgiving. Are you kidding me? we're going to be at
Oddly enough, we interviewed Nick Reed, and for those of you who don't know Nick Reed, he runs a travel recruitment company. What's the name of his company? I think it's called Travel Staffers.
travel staff.
Travel staff or travel staffers. And we interviewed him. He was one of our first interviews when COVID started, and he's like, we got to make it till Thanksgiving. If we make it till Thanksgiving, everything's going to be fine. I don't know how right that is because it's still going on, but we made it. And I think we have to be grateful for that.
We made it. We definitely did. I don't know. I think, listen, I read this. If you want to get into like a really bad mood, go read Twitter, right? Twitter's just full of like these toxic people. And it's like cotton candy. You can't take what they say seriously. But one guy at Twitter's like, do you think on December 31st, 2020 at 11:59 that everything is just going to magically disappear? And on January 1st, everything is going to be back to normal again? Like everyone keeps saying, I can't wait for this year to be over. When we have to contend with now 2021. And I think it's going to be much better. Really good news about the vaccine coming out.
Yeah.
But man, I don't know.
Yes, that's what Steven says. Thankful for vaccines hopefully coming out soon. I did a poll.
100%.
I did a poll on LinkedIn, and I got a decent amount of responses. I would say I'm well over. I'm between like 50 and 100 right now responses on it. And I asked, "Are you getting the vaccine?" And the answers were, "Yes, I'll be first in line." The second answer would be, "I have to see how safe it is," and then the third is, "No one's sticking anything in me." And it was split evenly between the three.
Yeah.
It was like a third, and a third. Interestingly,
I always thought that I was going to wait a month or two for the vaccine, but in this case, like I don't care if I turn into a fucking I Am Legend vampire. I want to take the vaccine and I want to go to Vegas and I want to start eating.
Were they vampires or were they zombies?
They were vampires, bro. That's like legit. They were vampires. They only came out at night. Zombies don't come out at night.
Yes.
Okay. And they were hurt by the sun, by any sunlight. Remember that the alpha came out when Will Smith was trying to catch it?
Right.
So they were vampires.
Yeah, let's not get too off track here. Donna is grateful for my health. Health is wealth. And that couldn't be
All day, every day.
Yes. When my father died, it changed the way I think about life. And he was ill for such a long time. And it made his mental state just go further into depression. And this guy had everything. For all intents and purposes, he could buy anything he wants. He could go anywhere he wants. He had his family around him. He had grandkids. He had it all. And he was miserable because he couldn't breathe. He couldn't breathe. And that just shows if you have
smoked his whole life. And he, it was a joke to him. Oh, it's going to come get me. It's going to come get me. Well, let me tell you something. The cancer didn't get him. The COPD got him. Listen, we don't want to preach to anyone out there.
Well, yeah,
everyone should live their life. But I want to just say, if anyone does smoke out there, firsthand, my brother and I lost our father to smoking. The ending was ugly. So if you do smoke, try and not to, because you don't know what damage it's doing to your lungs. And maybe you're going to live maybe you can be one of those people till they're 90 smoking cigarettes and just dying in their sleep. I don't know many of those people. I know one right now that is old and smokes, 3 packs a day and lives his life.
If you got years, ultimately, if you have years, you have years.
Right.
And it's up to whomever to decide that. But man, if money, we'll make money again. It's fine. But you can't necessarily make your health back. And Donna, you hit the nail on the head. We can end the
health number 1, everything else is number 2.
Yep.
Focus on your health, everybody.
Tammy, her husband's going back to work. I mean, that's something to be thankful for.
Love it.
And we got
that's amazing.
Dougie Schwartz here. What's up,
Dougie? Shalom. Shalom. Doug, I love your posts, man. You really you're the voice of Long Island limousine service. Excellent.
Yeah.
Always good vibes with you, Doug.
I think we are positive, right, Casey?
Casey, we're a positive, man. It was just, this was a really hard year for the travel industry. I'm sure it was hard for everyone, but specifically we're coming from our 1 square foot to travel. Listen, Casey is I think a sergeant or a lieutenant in the NYPD. So cool. I think he's seen the worst of, humanity as we could say. But Casey one of my best friends from high school. Love that we still keep in touch.
We should have Casey on the show, Michael, so we can talk. Like, I would love to hear about being a New
What
York
it's like
City
being
cop.
a cop. Yeah. I think he's higher than a cop. I don't. Casey,
Educate me everything about it.
Casey, text me if you want to come on tonight or if you want to come on another time. But text me your information. I would love to talk to you about that too. I agree. You know, Auntie Marilyn is on my feed. Aunt Marilyn says hi guys, happy Thanksgiving. What's up, Marilyn? Can't believe we're not having Thanksgiving together this year.
Give me a top 10 Thanksgiving movies. Does that
doesn't
even
exist?
Yeah.
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, and probably everything else is just garbage.
Yeah, no, they don't do that. Do you know why? Because it's not international. It's only a United States thing. So
I
they
did a
want
post for that, and
multiple-
people were skewering me on Facebook. I'm like, there's no good Thanksgiving movies, and everyone's like, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Well, it's like, you know, all right, you gave me one. Where are the other 9? You know, and Planes, Trains was a good movie. It wasn't the greatest movie ever made, like Home Alone or something, right? We're gonna do a Christmas movie list.
That's
we're gonna do a big Christmas movie list. All right, so it really and truly, right now, without even thinking, top 4 Christmas movies.
Top 4. It would have to be Christmas Vacation. I would say Elf.
Yeah.
Then Die Hard.
Excellent.
That's a Christmas movie. You know, that's probably number 1 for me.
Die Hard is number 1.
Die Hard would have to be number 1.
I'm going Home Alone and then Die Hard. I think Home Alone, Die Hard, Christmas Vacation. And you know it's something?
Home Alone's in my top 10 of like all movies.
Really?
That defined me. I mean, like
Sharon just had Home Alone. Marilyn says Hallmark Christmas movies. Marilyn says we haven't seen her in 10 months. We see Marilyn almost every day on our daily BLS calls. But yeah, Colucci Crash said Home Alone. I mean, that's number 1.
Wonderful Life.
Yes. So my kids and I watch Batman Returns, and that's a Christmas movie. Like Batman is telling everyone Merry Christmas with the Penguin and Catwoman.
Really? How do you like that?
Yes. That's a Christmas movie, Batman Returns.
Hallmark.
Die Hard. I watched Die Hard about a week ago with Sharon from start to finish. It still holds up as
little off the topic. Last night I watched Indiana Jones. And
which one?
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah, it's like flawless on
every
level.
It didn't age. It didn't age at all. It was so good.
It's a classic. It's a modern day classic. Kevin Brierman. We're all over the place right now, but Kevin Brierman from Publishers Weekly is on. Says talk sports. Jets versus Giants. Go ahead, Eric. Tell us your take.
All I know is that the Jets are doing terrible. I don't follow sports, so if Michael wants to take that, be my guest.
Tampa Bay. That's who I want to talk about. That's my boy. Tom Brady in Tampa Bay. Not when he was a Patriot. Fuck the Patriots. They cheated for every ring. They cheated. Tampa Bay. It's my team. And Vegas Raiders. Right? Eric, you'll go to a Raiders game when all this is over?
Yeah, I'll go to a football game, but like
no, we're going.
I didn't know what a first down was until I was like 15.
You're crazy. We used to play Madden all the time. You were really good.
I know.
Tecmo Bowl, being down. Tecmo Bowl on Nintendo. Jets versus Giants. I mean, I'm going to be political. I'm from New York, but I like both teams. They're fine. I lean more towards Giants because they're a better team and they're more fun to watch. The Jets are just like cotton candy. It's like watching the Mets play. It's like there's nothing on. My wife's sleeping. I'll watch, the Mets game, the Jets game.
Like the way I feel about sports is like,
yeah. Kevin Brierman says, Eric, I thought you were a Giants fan.
Me personally, like I just like it. I could get into it, but I feel like something else would have to get taken away.
That's not true at all.
Of something that I do because
stop going on TikTok and watch a football game.
I don't want to. I like TikTok more.
Do you know I read something that TikTok's the new? Hold on. Marilyn says, "Don't tell Matthew you heard that the Jets are the Jets are 0-10." Marilyn.
Speaking of which, Adam, everybody should go check out Adam Posner,
Big Adam
Posner on LinkedIn. He does recruitment in like the digital marketing space. We interviewed him. His interview is dropping tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Our Thanksgiving special.
Brother from another mother. I've met this kid 100 times and we've never met before. I used to hang out with Adam at Mulcahy's.
Yes.
And he didn't know who I was, and I didn't know who he was.
We hit it off right away, and now we're bros for life.
Yeah, it was a great podcast. And the kid knows what he's talking about. He's a young, like, Grant Cardone.
100%.
Kevin Bryman says go Jets. Yeah, that's great. Yes.
I'll root for any New York team.
Any New York, I'll root for the Buffalo Bills there in New York. Yes, we will root for New York team. Hell, I like the LA teams, man. I mean, Eric and I practically grew up in LA. I love the Rams, the Chargers. That's good stuff. But I have a soft spot for Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And now the Las Vegas Raiders.
You know, getting back to Thanksgiving, Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. That is a Thanksgiving movie.
100%.
And then we got apparently Canada has Thanksgiving. I mean, like, you know, I got skewered a little bit. We interviewed the Critical Drinker. He's from Scotland. And I asked him a question.
You got
like,
skewered on the comment.
Yeah. I asked him a question. I'm like, I don't know anything about Scotland because I'm a dumb American. But how do you know so much about the United States?
And people are like, how the hell?
Yeah, everyone's like, you know, the world's bigger than the United States. And blah. I'm like, I'm just being, I'm being honest here.
We're like, we only even know shit about Long Island. We don't know anything outside of Long Island.
Like my lanes are really narrow. I know limos. I learned podcasting. I don't know shit about sports.
When we open in London, you know, our goal is to open up overseas. You know, we're gonna be expanded in that way. Hold on. Marilyn says Christmas of Graceland is a great movie. And Kevin Bryan says March of Wooden Soldiers. That's his favorite. I mean, yeah, I don't know those movies. They sound a little like, you know, like 1950s, 1960s. I could be wrong. Christmas of Graceland sounds like an Elvis Christmas movie that I would totally.
It's a Wonderful Life. What movie is that? Is that
Black and White? I think it was Jimmy Stewart. Yeah, it was just.
Oh, that's that. It's
every time a bell rings, an angel gets its wings. Yeah, one of the greatest. Colucci is saying Wooden Soldiers, fantastic call, classic. I mean, we should get Crash on here. He knows more about movies than almost anyone I've ever met. Sure. Crash, you're the man.
Should have.
And shout out to Wyatt
on a live stream.
Yeah, Crash, if you want to come on, just message me or something. But yeah, I mean, we have a lot to talk about in the next like 30 days, considering like we're touching Christmas. I can't believe it.
Can you believe it?
Yeah, I know. Kevin Bryman says I have to watch that movie. So is Marilyn.
I can't believe that the year is.
No, it's done. Over. It's done. And 2021 is going to be 10,000 times better. It has to be. This shit can't last.
The vaccine's coming out, and there's definitely change happening. So,
well, we're changing presidents, right? We're changing presidents. We're getting rid of this godforsaken year that we all survived, right? Like, think about it like this: like we all kind of got out of this,
right?
It was hard as hell, but we all kind of got out of it.
If you got out of it healthy.
Crash says he's in. We'll do a movie. We should do a movie podcast with like super fans. And Chris is a super fan of films.
He's going to educate me. I know that.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. We'll definitely do that, Crash. Yeah, I'm happy like the weather's getting colder. I saw a video today. I think it was of Charlie. He was like by a pool or something. I think he was like in Lake Las Vegas or something.
Yeah.
It just looked fabulous, like what he was doing. And I always say to myself, like, why am I living on Long Island?
Because all of our families here. And
does everyone like where they live? Does everyone love the location they're in?
Do people on the East Coast, like Northeast, like living in the Northeast?
You know? I'm curious to know that because like there are times where I go, I just want to pack my bags and move to Las Vegas forever, or move to Los Angeles forever. I don't want to
I want to go wherever nice weather is, and Vegas honestly gets like chill, really.
It gets windy in November, December. We used to spend. Do you remember the Thanksgivings in Vegas with our entire family? Yes. We used to go. It was our mom and dad, and we would bring out all the cousins and aunts, and we would have a weekend in Vegas for Thanksgiving. We used to do Atlantic City back in the late 80s and 90s.
Atlantic City was more fun.
I disagree. I think Vegas had more show.
Atlantic City was just that time, but like just like that age for me and that time.
It was an important age for you.
Yeah. I mean, that was when we were watching Casino on demand. I remember that was the first time I saw the movie Casino.
And you didn't sleep that night because
I didn't sleep that night because Joe Pesci was beat in the
buried alive.
Right.
And we were driving past the fields in Staten Island, and you're like, what if someone's buried alive there? I'll never forget that.
So listen to this. Nobody wants to live in the Northeast.
Really?
I'll go to Florida in a heartbeat.
Casey, you and me both, bro. You and me both.
Hold on. There's more. No, I want to live somewhere warmish all year long.
Carolyn.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. So I don't feel alone in this.
All right. Bob wants to stay in Boston, but
The
like
dirty water.
you could see that from a mile away.
Yeah, but Bob's Boston through and through. I mean, that's cool.
Mark loves living in LA. I mean, how could you not?
My favorite city in the world. I would choose LA over New York City 7 days a week.
Yeah. New Mexico sucks. We have an office. We have an office in New Mexico.
Yeah. Marilyn said we had a great time, and you guys were the young ones from the Harrah's days of Atlantic City for Thanksgiving. Those are some good times, man.
When I was 25, I lived in Sydney, Australia for a year. Wish I didn't miss my family so much, or I would have never come back. I mean, I'm probably going to live the rest of my life not going to Australia.
Don't say that.
Don't say that. I'm going to go to London. Maybe going to go to other parts of Europe. But I just can't ever see myself making my way to Australia unless we open up BLS.
Or we have a worldwide premiere in Australia. What's going to happen what happens if Monsterland, the worldwide premiere, is going to be in Sydney? We're going to have to go fly to Australia.
Winters are too long in the Northeast, thinking of relocating to Florida.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. 100%. I get it. It's terrible.
So what are we all doing here? Why are we here?
There's I don't know.
I mean, honestly, like the Northeast is definitely where the action is.
Yeah.
You know,
and also Long Island, you feel separate from the rest of America. I mean, that's how I feel.
We're on an island. There's no doubt.
We're on an island, right? We're separate from, when you go to Vegas, you're not on Long Island. When you go to LA, you're not on Long Island. Even when you go to Florida, you're not on Long Island. So like, there's a definite difference of living here. I feel like we're in our own bubble.
Right.
And then when you get to New York City, it all changes. Like, even when you get to like the Queens border, it all changes.
Yeah, you're a little blurry.
Colucci.
You're a little blurry there. Hold on one second.
I just upgraded the Wi-Fi today.
Oh, it cleared up now.
Colucci says winters here in New York are the worst. Yes. Yes, I agree. I agree. I hate it. But again, Crash, why aren't you moving to like Virginia?
Why are you here?
Why are you still here? Why aren't you moving to LA? Why aren't you moving to like Miami? My best friend from college, Neil, upped himself and moved to Miami, and he's living in Miami.
Scott Shear moved to Florida.
Scott Shear moved to Florida.
And they look super tan.
They're tan all year round, which is like the greatest. But again, we chose Long Island. I'm still in the same town I went to the high school. Colucci says because of family.
Yep. Yeah.
But there's got to be a family. Yeah, right. God, like our father couldn't have settled in LA.
No, I think he wanted to.
Mom didn't want to.
Mom didn't.
It was mom and our grandmother, Carol,
because the family's here.
And Roman wanted to. Our grandfather Roman wanted to.
Yep.
Our grandfather Roman and our father David went to LA, and they said we have to relocate the entire family to LA. Man, do you know what our life would be like if we lived in LA?
Oh, Royal Chop House,
Pasadena,
Pink's Hot Dogs. From what I see,
the food in LA,
everyone that reviews the food in LA has gotten much better.
It was bad in the 90s and 2000s.
Yeah.
It was Cheesecake Factory bad.
Yeah. Lately, though, every time we've gone, it's gotten much better.
Yeah. The big gastronomy, on Melrose, all those restaurants.
What's that place on Melrose? Speaking of food, what's everybody's favorite restaurant of all time? Thanksgiving food. What's everyone's favorite restaurant of all time?
Wait, Thanksgiving food? That's two different questions.
No, just like it has to do with like food. Like everyone loves turkey and cranberry sauce on Thanksgiving, but like favorite restaurant of all time. What's your favorite restaurant, bro? All time.
Honestly, I could say Jean George at the Aria. That tomahawk ribeye with the fingerling potatoes, or craft steak at MGM Grand.
I'm gonna hit you with something now.
Yeah, don't say Luger's, right?
Rothman's. For the amount of time that we've eaten there, and the
Long Islanders, do you know what Rothman's?
And the consistency that has been, me personally, that's my favorite joint to go to.
Rothman's. Rothman's is amazing. It's consistent. It's perfect. The service is incredible. It's like when we go there, it's like family. But I got to tell you, I mean, Marino's on Melrose, that Italian place.
Yes,
where we took
that the service is unbelievable there.
I mean, Maryland found that place, and like they come with a menu, and they go, but what do you want?
Right. They'll make anything you want.
They'll make anything you want. The place that my parents always said was the best restaurant they've ever eaten at in their life was at the Desert Inn in Las Vegas. It was New Year's 1997, and it was a French restaurant. Our dad still talked about that restaurant till the day he died. He said it was the best meal he's ever had in his life.
There was no menu, and they
said, "What do you want?"
Right.
But to me, craft steak, that first time we had a craft steak, and we had that A5 Wagyu, that Japanese from Japan, that like the massage.
That was one of the best meals, but I was doing the best restaurant. So hold on, we got here. Bob, that steakhouse that used to be at the Rio was the bomb. Which one?
Was that Martorano's? That Italian restaurant at the Rio was the best Italian.
Is amazing.
And he moved over to Paris, but Martorano's at the Rio was some of the best nights of my life.
I'm grateful for good restaurants.
Don't you miss that though?
Oh yeah, big time.
Like I miss going out to eat at a restaurant.
Yeah.
And people are like, well, I go. I can't. I don't want to. COVID is scary, man.
Mark says, I know it's simple, but man, the pastrami sandwich at Langer's is a must.
That's in LA, I think, Langer's.
Yeah.
Not the pastrami. What was that place that Adam Richmond ate at Philippe's? Oh my God. The roast beef sandwich.
I wish I was more hungry when I ate there.
Yeah.
Cause like, like you can't go there and have like a breakfast and a lunch.
I will never forget. We were in Vegas with Ryan and Garrett. We used to go away with the Casellas and the Sauls, they were a good family friend in the travel industry. And we used to go to Vegas with them all the time. And we once went to Krispy Kreme when Krispy Kreme was getting hot. It was at New York, Eric, me, Ryan, and Garrett. And we ate like 24 donuts between the four of us. We were stuffing Boston cream in our face.
Yeah, but like it was the heavy donuts.
Like, it was the heavy donuts.
Toppings and like fillings and stuff.
And we were 45 minutes away from going to Emerald's Delmonico at the Venetian for dinner with family and clients and everything. Yeah. And we ate. We went to Delmonico's. Danielle Cerami, Gillis from C-Dub. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your families. Danielle,
when we make it out to New Mexico, Cocina Azul.
Sounds amazing. Love Mexican food. Happy Thanksgiving, Danielle, to you and your family.
I agree, Donna.
They have those mom and pops in LA. I don't know if they're still there now.
Yeah, it's very hard. Like we were Michael was texting with our waiter from Rothman's, and he's like, I don't know if we're going to be open next year.
Next week,
he said.
Yeah, he said after Thanksgiving.
Terrible.
Yeah. I was talking to Chaz last week, and he said that two of his favorite restaurants in Summerlin in Vegas closed down. He said they were institutions there.
It's terrible.
Speaking of which, Chaz just joined us. So what's up, motherfuckers?
What's up, Chaz?
What's up, Chaz? Look at that synchronicity. Like here I am. I'm talking about you. We should call us the Talking About Chaz Berry podcast. Yeah. Chaz.
But I think there will be a resurgence in mom and pops, just like how there was a huge uptick in the like the mobile food. I'm
gonna up you right now. I'm gonna ask a question to you and the audience.
Go for
it. We're past COVID, and you have an idea for a restaurant. What do you do?
Oof.
Great fucking question. What do you open?
I used to think about that a lot.
Hang on.
More.
Where do you open it? What do you open? Where do you open? And who are you catering to? You can go big like Cheesecake Factory. You can go small, like a local like Marino's on Melrose.
Like I love my own cooking, so like
Moshe Pipic over there.
Yeah, like I love my own cooking. But I'm kind of answering your question, but I've always had dreams of like canning my beef stew that I love to make.
Okay.
Or like, Jen makes an amazing avocado lemon sauce, and we bottle that. Like I've always had dreams of doing something like that, which I've never really done. But that's kind of my answer. Not necessarily open up a restaurant, but like sell the food that I cook 7 days a week in my house.
I got it. Bob Levine says Peter Luger's. Chaz says looking good. Gobble gobble. He's calling me a turkey.
Okay, what about you?
Steakhouse. I would open.
Yeah, but come with something new, bro.
No. You can never have enough old school steakhouses. You can never have enough. But what I would do is I would take I would take the John George and the Tom Colicchio like type of steaks, like A1, A5, I think it's called A5 Wagyu beef,
Yeah.
and sell it there, right?
You know
I
what
wouldn't do that American Wagyu
I
bullshit.
I hear you. Like growing up, there's this Italian market around here called Ivorone, and they have these huge Ivoroni. They have these huge sausage pinwheels, and it's basically like a thin piece of sausage, and it's like rolled up, and there's sticks through it.
It's delicious.
Like, why has that not been in a restaurant somewhere?
Yeah.
Like I would order that, like have like a sausage pinwheel on the menu. Like,
you
that
like
sounds
sausage?
great.
You like sausage?
I love sausage pinwheels.
Chaz just said prohibition restaurants go underground. Do like a shave and a haircut to get in.
Yeah, no, you're going to be arrested and thrown in jail for 20 years for doing that now.
Not today.
Can't
get away with that shit today. Everything's by the book, by the law.
Listen to me, sweetie pie Hallie.
Hallie, go to bed.
Go to bed. You're going to be cranky tomorrow, and there's no school or anything, and we're not going anywhere, and we're not doing anything.
It's going to be a long 5-day weekend.
Go to sleep, darling. I love you. Good night. See you tomorrow.
Good night, Hallie. Hallie, Warzone tomorrow. Warzone.
See, Mark came out with a good idea. Why just buy outdoor property layout and rent out to outside food vendors to have a COVID-friendly walking experience to be safe and fun? Everyone is dying to do something. It's a brilliant idea, Mark.
It's just the regulations, Mark.
The regulations are wacko, and that would only work in LA. Like in New York, what are you going to do when it's 20 degrees outside?
Everyone here in New York is freaking out now because it's cold and nobody wants to go into a tent where there's like heaters. Like nobody wants to eat outside. Us New Yorkers are spoiled as fuck.
Hold on, I'm going to remove you for a second, Mike, because you're blurry. So welcome to Eric Okon Bros. Right,
yeah, I'm still fucking blurry. I just had my Wi-Fi upgraded today. Chaz says the Okon kids are missing Disney. You want to laugh, Chaz? Like, no one said anything.
I mean, we went 5 times last year.
You might not miss Disney, but the kids really and truly, has Hallie and Zach ever said anything?
Kayla, you're a terrible influence.
She's like Andrew WK, not going to bed, never going to bed.
So Donna says, what about healthy soups and good pastrami and corned beef sandwiches? It's hard to find. Yeah.
Carnegie Deli at the Mirage in Vegas.
They closed Carnegie Deli. If you have never experienced
in New York,
Carnegie Deli in New York City, it's a mind-bending experience to go eat their food.
Yeah, but now it's the Carnegie Deli at the Mirage in Vegas, which I hope it's still there, but it held up. I mean, how many meals did we used to have there when we would go? Right? We were building the business.
Yeah, we would eat there all the time.
We would play a poker tournament. We would go eat at
fresh mozzarella with olive oil. Just the St. Dash Italian bread and sweet sopressata from Ivorone's the best.
That is, you know what we used to do? Remember what Vinny would do in Dad's office? We would go to Chris timeout news, live news right now. Chaz said it's gone at the Mirage. There's no Carnegie Deli at the Mirage. Yeah, I'm not going back to the Mirage, Chaz. But when we were working in Queens with our dad, Vinny, who's our EVP, would go to this local Italian grocer. And he would literally buy every cold cut imaginable, every cheese imaginable.
You would drink
pepperoni.
43 bottles of water after you were done.
I still ate dinner that night. I still like.
Of course we did. We don't miss a meal.
Real, like fresh made mozzarella, like pepperoni hanging. It was, and we would just go to town for lunch. Yeah. And we would just go to town. We'd get little.
My favorite was thin slices of fried eggplant. Because it was like, oh my god, it was so good. And then you take that, because it was like we would make, like he would buy all the ingredients and then he would buy hero bread and you make your own sandwich. And that was just Chris and Charlie's in Astoria, Queens.
Maryland is
not
famous.
Much is better.
No, Chris and Charlie, they're on Goldbelly. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
They are on Goldbelly, the best Christmas heroes in the world. We used to have Christmas parties.
I think it's Sal, Chris, and Charlie's, right?
Sal, Chris, and Charlie's, the best Italian heroes on planet Earth.
The bread was soft.
It was soft, and the seeds on it, the crusty bread. Bob Levine says Canner's Deli in LA. Yum. You know, I don't think we may have went to Canner's when we were younger. I don't ever remember going there recently.
Art's Deli is really good.
Art's is delicious.
Their chopped liver is something special.
It's in Sherman Oaks, right?
I don't know.
Art's Deli. Where did we go in Art's Deli?
We met clients there, but I'm looking it up.
Was that breakfast?
Yeah.
Did we have it? Yeah, that's in Sherman Oaks, I think.
Art's Deli is in. Hold on.
Canner's
Studio City, baby.
Studio City, which is
Studio City.
adjacent to Sherman Oaks.
That's our jam.
Love Sherman Oaks and Studio City.
Yeah. And then so tomorrow is Thanksgiving, Tammy, and we are celebrating Thanksgiving, but we are doing it in our own households. We're going to do stopovers, and plus, since I had a little bit of a drip, nobody wants to be near me, and I kind of don't blame them.
Look at that nose. He looks like he's been on like a 24-hour Coke bender. Up all night. Jen, you got to watch this movie with me, Jen.
But yeah, so we're taking it easy. Maybe we'll see each other outside, say hello. But we're just cooking stuff inside the house, the usual. I'm kind of allergic to turkey, so we're doing chicken.
I'm waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning and I'm putting my turkey in the oven. I'm going to let it cook all morning. I have this big ass turkey and we have a brisket, and Sharon and I are going to slow cook it. We're going to eat here. Sharon's making a French fries because our kids and I are allergic to sweet potato. So we're going to
everyone liked our snorting Coke routine.
Eric's went on a bender. It's not a cold. You don't get colds in COVID. Eric's just been coked up.
I'm telling you this. If this is a cold, it's the Virgin Mary of colds, because I haven't been near anybody. So it must have been from those goddamn strawberries.
You believe that? We're making a keto-friendly stuffing, and then Sharon's making pumpkin pie. So we're gonna eat like pigs here, and then we're gonna go visit. I think we're gonna do a Zoom call with Sharon's parents. And then we're
gonna do a Zoom call with everybody.
We'll do a Zoom call with our family, and then we're gonna jump over to Mom's house and socially distant with some.
If anybody only wants to be that close, because then the kids are all gonna get
No. We're going when you're not going to be there. Yeah, Chaz just said, "Who the fuck is allergic to turkey? Fucking alien men in black."
You'd be surprised,
Chaz. You have no idea what we've been going through. You can't even see it anymore. I don't know. It's fading. Yeah, it's fading. I tested off the charts for onion, garlic, and crab meat. Okay. My son went today and he tested positive. Sharon, what was it?
Delayed reaction to coconut.
He's getting delayed reaction to coconut, where he's like, "Oh, they're fine with coconut." And then his arm just blows up
we're just corroded as a family when it comes to allergies and food. My
bad
wife
genes, man.
Yeah, my wife is bionic and she got all the same testing that we got. And it's probably because she wasn't born in Okon that she's not allergic to anything. But if you are born as an Okon, you're allergic to shit.
You think mom and dad were cousins or something?
Maybe.
You think mom and dad were like first cousins, and that's why you and I are so fucked up?
They don't look alike.
I know. Well, I mean, who the hell knows?
You look a little off, so that kind of makes sense.
Yeah. We had that. One of our family members married their cousins. That's like third or fourth down, but that is true. But maybe that's why we're so allergic, because fucking mom and dad were cousins or something. That'd be crazy, right?
So Mr. Fitz says, "What's up? What's the topic?" We're just talking Thanksgiving.
I see someone from Arizona.
Friends.
That's a Larry Fitzgerald. You want to talk sports? You bring up the topic, Mr. Fitz. Big Larry Fitzgerald fan, man. Fucking guy's incredible. He's wasting his time in Arizona, though. I'm sorry for kind of jumping off topic.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Larry Fitzgerald has to be on like the Rams, or he's got to go to Tampa Bay or something.
Are the Buccaneers doing better that Brady's on? Their team,
they lost. They actually lost to the Rams on Sunday night. It was Sunday or Monday night. They lost to the Rams, and I was like rooting for both teams because I like both teams, but I really wanted Tampa Bay to win. And Chaz Berry says, "We're the boy in the bubble." Travolta, 1975. Oh, he's blowing his nose. Just do another line, Eric. Just bend over, just go like that.
Oh, you're a funny guy.
You muted your line. I was like, that's a silence. It's a silent blow.
I know.
Look at your nose, bro. Jesus Christ.
Put some cream on it before bed.
No more strawberries for you.
No, and oddly enough, the last time this happened was when I ate blueberries. So that's why I'm
not this bad, though.
Correlation. It was pretty bad.
You got a sore throat from blueberries too?
Yep.
Bro, you lived on that for keto. When you were keto hard, you were eating blueberries with reckless abandon.
Yep.
Guess explains why you always had sore throats.
Probably.
Is anyone else out there allergic to food? Please, make us feel good about ourselves.
Are we the only ones? Like, I'm allergic to turkey. Gives me terrible stomach. Michael's allergic to basically everything. My kids are allergic to dairy, eggs,
except
peanuts,
chocolate.
Peanuts.
Except chocolate.
Except chocolate. Which you had some issues with.
Well, my heart was racing because I ate too much
All
chocolate.
right, I'll tell this story. My genius brother found out that he was not allergic to chocolate. So what does he do? He eats a ton of chocolate, unsweetened, no sugar,
Saturday
and
night
he's putting it in water to make chocolate milk. And I don't know how he's eating it because it's bitter as fuck. So, but he's eating it, and I'm like, Mike, I had a conversation with him. I'm like, Mike, just eat it like a couple days a week because you don't know what eating so much chocolate can do to you. So what happens 2:00 in the morning? What night?
My heart was racing Saturday night into Sunday.
He gets rapid heartbeat because coffee is a stimulant. So it was
It wasn't
basically
coffee, chocolate.
Yeah, right.
I overdid it.
Yes, he overdid it.
I would be a terrible drug addict. Thank God I don't do any drugs.
You'd be a great drug addict.
I'd be a great drug addict because I'd be stoned all the time.
Very dedicated.
But I don't know when there's a shutoff valve for something that I really enjoy. Chaz just said, not sure if I want $1 million or Eric's nose full of nickels. Could leave it to Chaz to just make our podcast 10,000 times better.
My boyfriend is deadly allergic to seafood. Yep.
Thank you for saying that.
I'm sorry to hear that, but you may want to consider, Carolyn, looking up endpoint allergy testing, because there is treatment for it, and we're getting treatment for it.
We're getting treated for our allergies now. I'm being treated every day for it, for environmental and for foods.
Yeah,
I'm anaphylactically allergic to tree nuts. I can't have any tree nuts.
Yeah, my kids are allergic to dairy, eggs, peanuts, tree nuts, seeds, mustard, and chickpeas, and they have intolerances to a host of foods, which we're treating them for. So it's getting better.
Same with my kids.
Tammy is allergic to green tea.
Tammy, good on you, mate. good on you. I wish that'd be the only thing that I could go to a restaurant and say, please, no green tea. I'm allergic.
Is this made with green tea?
Is this made with green tea? It's like, please, I have to, no tree nuts, no peanuts, no dairy, no eggs. Eggs give me a splitting headache. Who the hell knew?
Look at you.
Look at me. Look at you. Look at you. You want to kiss me? What was that from? Swingers. Right. He's hitting Sue over the head. He goes, look at you. Look at you. You want to kiss me?
That's when they're playing hockey, right?
Chaz just said, eat a fucking potato and it all goes away. I actually found out I wasn't as allergic to potatoes. I was a level 3 for potato. And so I've been eating more potatoes. And I'm turning into a potato.
Actually, I had French fries tonight.
So. Were they sweet potato fries or regular potato?
I had a little bit of sweet potato. I had a little bit of regular potato.
I just want to give everyone a for instance here. 1 year ago, if you would have said, Eric, eat a potato, he would have said, you are out of your mind. Eric was a strict militant carnivore. And for people that don't know what carnivores are, Eric literally ate nothing but meat. Literally nothing but meat. For how many years? 4 years? 5 years?
Militant carnivore as opposed to someone who was a militant vegan. I was their equal.
Yeah.
And what that taught me, biggest lesson that I learned from that is that you change and people change. So don't be an idiot.
Yeah.
Because things change. You're not going to do the same thing you did. It's just that it's impossible. Things change.
I like reading the carnivores now who are like, carnivores the only way. It's like, please. We did it for 7 years.
Things change, and you're not going to live forever. So just enjoy yourself a little bit.
That's true.
Casey's got a good question. Mike, what new releases, movies, TV you looking forward to?
Don't watch much TV. Movie wise, I'm really looking forward to Soul. I'm a big Pixar guy. I think
this year was like messed up because a lot of
this year was messed up. Yeah. I'm honestly, I don't care about Wonder Woman 1984. I didn't like the first one. I thought it was fine.
I'm looking forward to like the resurgence of all the Marvel movies.
Yeah, I can't wait for Marvel.
Those are always a ton of fun.
The third phase. Really and truly, I was hoping that like this summer was going to be like, good movies. Tenet just is coming out on Apple TV. I'm definitely going to watch Tenet, although I heard the reviews weren't great. What'd you say?
That's cool.
Yeah, Tenet's coming out. I watched a movie last night, Casey, and Jimmy Sakidis, DJ Dimitri T, right? Jimmy, I don't know if Jimmy's on watching us, but he said, you got to watch this movie. And I did. And I didn't see it before. It was called Hereditary. My God, I hated it. I absolutely hated it. It was long. It was stupid. It was convoluted. There were plot holes of epic proportions. And, I didn't like it. So I watched that last night. Really coming up, I'm going to dig into Soul. I think Pixar, you can't go wrong. And I think that's going to be like my Christmas Day movie. I'm going to watch Soul with the kids, with Sharon and the kids. Otherwise, like I want Marvel to come back. I want Star Wars.
Those are
Big
fun
man.
movies.
I'm a huge Mandalorian guy. I've been
Yeah.
watching The Mandalorian like every Saturday from 3 to 4. My wife and kids and I, we sit down in the den.
I'm super disappointed. My wife and I watched Away on Netflix with Hilary Swank. It was a great show, but it's not
Started
coming.
that too.
It's not coming back.
Yeah, you got to watch the
I was
trial
really-
of Chicago 7. Did you see the trial?
I watched that. It was great.
I
loved it. I mean, it's Aaron Sorkin. How can you go wrong with Aaron
So
Sorkin?
Casey, this is what I think I'm going to do because my mom's been pestering me. I need a TV show to watch kind of for the winter. I'm done writing. I'm like in the middle of actually rewriting Monsterland 2. But my mom's like, you got to watch The West Wing. I've never seen 5 seconds of The West Wing. So I think I'm going to take the next month because I'm like, it's kind of slowing down now with business. And I'm going to binge watch The West Wing in the same vein that I binge watched Game of Thrones. I went every day 4 or 5 episodes of Game of Thrones for 3 months.
Yeah.
And I loved Game of Thrones. I thought it was fantastic. Chaz saying The Crown. Of course, Chaz would like those British love story movies.
Is that good, Chaz? Because like I would kind of consider it, but I don't know if I would have patience for it. I know Netflix has. I'm into like those Viking movies and shows that are on Netflix. They do those pretty well.
I like documentaries on Netflix, and I like documentaries on Apple TV too.
Yeah.
There was this documentary I watched the other day. What was that? Hoaxed with Mike Cernovich. I asked him to be on the podcast.
Did you watch Breaking Bad, Mike?
I did watch Breaking Bad. I watched Breaking Bad about 7 years ago. I watched the first 3 episodes and I just stopped.
I haven't watched Breaking Bad.
My brother-in-law keeps telling me it's literally the best show ever made.
Really?
Yeah.
Casey likes movies, and I feel the same thing about shows.
Same. I can't get invested in a TV show. It's too hard for me. That's why I think I might start The West Wing now, the way I started Game of Thrones, like one massive series once a year. That's it.
Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell, Christmas Chronicles 1 and 2 coming out, kids movies, but I like it too.
Eric's kids loves Christmas.
Yeah,
films.
my kids have a real big thing for Santa Claus. Real big thing for Christmas and Santa Claus.
Hallie's bat mitzvah is going to be Christmas. Hallie's Christmas bat mitzvah because
I'm having Santa come for her bat mitzvah.
Yeah,
no doubt about it.
Yeah, I was going to revisit. Oh, you know what I watched? I watched John Adams in the beginning of quarantine. That shit was good. The Crown is slow.
Love the Queen's Gambit.
Chaz, you see that? Someone said The Crown is slow, so you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. The Queen's Gambit. Breaking Bad is a must. You know what's that? I'm going to go all in with Breaking Bad. I saw the ending. I saw the final episode. I know what happens. He dies.
Competition. That's like my go-to is watching all those baking shows on Food Network at night. That's kind of what puts me to sleep at night. Where on earth do they find all of these amazing cake artists? And because on every single show, there's a new person.
I thought there's like only one Duff Goldman in America. Apparently, there's 5 billion of them.
They're amazing. They know how to carve pumpkins, and they can. Where do they find all these people? Who are they?
Did anyone out there watch?
I've never met. We don't have like a celebrity cake artist in our town. Where are these people coming from?
You're really funny. You're really funny. Has anyone out there watched Game of Thrones from start to finish? I'm trying to get Eric to watch Game of Thrones.
I can't commit myself to that many seasons.
Yeah, because you're so busy.
I can't do it.
Get your bourbon, get your fucking cocaine, and go watch Game of Thrones. Snorty boy over there. Red nose snorty boy.
Yeah.
There's really nothing else that I would want to watch TV show wise. I think I'm going to crack open The West Wing and see how it goes from there. You know, and then Chaz is saying Breaking Bad is a must.
Feels like going to school if you watch The West Wing.
I don't think so. Alien the movie, Chaz. It's one of the greatest movies ever made. Eric, you seen Alien?
I've seen Alien. Not.
Do you know they're making Do you know they're making a prequel to Prometheus?
Oh, very cool.
Yes, I like Prometheus.
I like Prometheus, even though the drinker panned it.
The drinker pan. Oh my god!
And the drinker ruined my life today.
Oh my god! It ruined my.
If you guys watch the Critical Drinker on YouTube, he ruined my life. He panned The Dark Knight Rises, and everything he said made perfect sense. And I'm so angry at him. He ruined it. He
skewered The Dark Knight Rises.
He ruined it for me. He's like, the acting was great, but he has it out for Chris Nolan.
Chaz said Eric's an alien.
Thanks, Chaz. I am out of this world. But
what else is everyone watching? Everyone's saying this the Queen's Gambit about this. The
Jen wants to watch that.
Jen just finished Queen of the South.
Yeah, she highly
And she's-
recommends it.
Yeah, just
I watched
whatever.
The New Mutants last week.
Oh, how was it?
It was fine.
Yeah,
I wasn't like, oh my god, I love that movie. It was
well,
all right.
they milked X-Men too much. I mean, it's enough.
It was,
Retire X-Men.
It was forgetful. Give it a 6.8 out of 10.
What was your favorite X-Men movie?
Probably the first one.
Really?
Yeah.
I got to tell you, it doesn't hold up.
No,
I watched.
really?
Nope, horrible.
I haven't seen it.
Horrible.
In years.
The graphics are old. It looks like a late '90s cheesy action film.
I mean, it came out in like 1998 or something, right?
It was terrible. I watched it with Alex about a year ago, and I said, "How the hell did I think this was good?" It was awful. I hated it. When the second time I saw it, it didn't hold up. Days of Future Past was my favorite. When the new regime came in, the new young regime came in. Love Days of Future.
Casey likes my glasses. Yeah, these are Morgenthau Fredericks. Funny story about these glasses. They're very expensive, and I'm not saying that to show off, but I got
remortgaged his house for his dog.
got them for $200 because nobody wanted to buy them at some local eyeglass store. But yeah, look up Morgenthau Fredericks. They're made of like bullhorn or something like that, and I love them. Once you go round, it's very hard to go back to like square or any other shape glasses.
Casey, you wear glasses?
Chaz loves my glasses.
Chaz just made another. He goes, what the fuck am I know sitting here watching Spaceballs like a mook?
Spaceballs is a great movie.
Spaceballs was the greatest.
I've never seen Evil Dead.
Oh my God, no?
No, I've never seen Evil Dead. I know it's like a cult.
Crazy.
It's a cult following.
You have to watch Evil Dead, bro. And you have to watch Evil Dead 2.
I wonder if that's like outdated. What is it? Is it a zombie movie?
Yes, kind of, but it's not a zombie movie. It's about the Evil Dead. Sam Raimi, the guy that did Spider-Man, it was great. Evil Dead was a great movie. Not something that you want to watch every week, but just something that you have.
What was the Tarantino zombie movie?
From Dusk Till Dawn.
No, the other one, the newer one.
It wasn't a zombie movie.
It was the doubleheader one. It was the vampire movie. No, it was
from Dusk Till Dawn. Planet Terror was Robert Rodriguez's movie.
That was Robert Rodriguez. And that is probably one of my favorite zombie movies.
Really?
That was just
Planet Terror?
Yes. That was a delicious movie. That was as delicious as it gets. Movies, as far as I'm concerned.
I want to tell you how much our
Jen is still not over the fact that we took her to go see that.
This is how much our wives really love us. We were newlyweds, the four of us, and Eric and I took Sharon and Jen to see a Quentin Tarantino double feature. It was Grindhouse, and we were like, "It's going to be great." And we saw it we got to the theater at 9:00. It was in Westbury, and we saw it. And the first movie was over by 11. And then the Tarantino movie, Death Proof, which I believe is one of his best movies.
Death Proof is great, but
Death Proof is great. The script is amazing.
I love Planet Terror more. I want to watch that again.
That I own those movies on Apple TV. I will watch Death Proof once a year, Planet Terror once a year. I will have a Grindhouse night. I will have a Tarantino
Grindhouse, right?
Grindhouse, that's what it's called.
Right.
That's not the name of the movie, but that's like kind of like the collaboration that it was. And Thanksgiving, you remember the previews? Eli Roth, yes. Thanksgiving. You see the axe murderer banging the turkey.
He's fucking the bird. Yes. Mike, with regards to raising your kids' movie smart, what age do you start showing Star Wars?
Started Alex on Transformers when he was 3 years old, maybe 4. 3 or 4 years old was Transformers, and it was Bumblebee, Optimus Prime, Transformers.
Right.
And then I migrated him over to Star Wars when he was 5, and it literally became a 5-year obsession where he was dressing up like the Jedi.
Yeah,
I mean, we all did. I'm trying to get Eric's son Zachary's 6 years old.
He doesn't have that type of attention span to do it yet. I'm trying to also. I'm trying to watch Marvel movies. I'm trying to watch those fun movies, and then he just picks up his phone and then goes on TikTok.
Well, you have to tell him no phone. But right, so
you tell him no phone.
Casey, I'm assuming this is coming from Casey.
Yeah, it is.
He's very engaging, by the way. I love you, Casey.
Casey, you should start your own show.
Yeah, it'd be amazing. We did Star Wars, and then he went right into Harry Potter, but he read the Harry Potter books when he was like 6 and 7. And then I took him into Lord of the Rings, all like within the same time frame. And he loves it. This weekend, I actually told my daughter we're going to watch Lord of the Rings this weekend, and she's like, "I'm into it," because I did do Star Wars episodes 1, 2, and 3 with Kayla. and she loved it. By the time we got to episode 4, she's like, these people are too old. She didn't like it. She liked the speed chasing scenes.
Sure.
It was Star Wars. I think it's every kid when they're 5 or 6 is when you should start them on Star Wars, boy or girl.
Yeah, and
I think that
Disney,
they will like
Disney
it.
now is making it really palatable.
And my kids love, like, they look forward to Mandalorian.
And my kids love the idea of Baby Yoda, but they can't really sit through an episode of Mandalorian yet.
Because you haven't had them sit through episodes 1, 2, and 3.
I try.
Take away their phone. Say you're not moving until you finish, until you see Anakin turn to the dark side. Casey, start your boys young, man. Start them. Go buy the 9-part series, the Skywalker Saga, and start and just go. Take an hour or 2 every day, and do it. But then, like, by the time you get to like the Rey episodes, episodes 7, 8, and 9, like they're like, I didn't like them. They weren't great.
I mean, I didn't mind The Force Awakens.
I watch it again.
Yeah.
Watch it again.
Listen, I was never a big Star Wars fan.
No, you weren't.
I never liked the original trilogy from the 70s. It never got me.
See, that was my youth.
I like, Lord of the Rings was my favorite.
Did you see that Spirit Science thing I sent you today on Lord of the Rings?
Not yet. I have to watch it because we're interviewing him.
100% watch it. It was incredible. It was brilliant. Anyone out there, Harry Potter people? My son loves Harry Potter. I read the first book. I never followed up with the rest of them. But
I like the first movie. I haven't really seen any of the other movies.
We've watched all the movies. The first one and the end were pretty good. The first Azkaban was good too.
Casey is asking what else for little kids for movies wise. I mean, Harry Potter is a great place to start.
Casey, how old are your kids?
Because then you can also do the books.
Right. Harry Potter's really good. Star Wars is really good. I wouldn't do Lord of the Rings. Transformers is a little hardcore. The Michael Bay movies were a little hardcore. My son was into it though. But honestly, just go straight to Disney, man. Go watch Wreck-It Ralph. Right? Go big into Disney. Download Disney Plus and just go all throughout Disney and go
Toy Story.
Yeah, do all the Toy Stories.
Toy Story 3 is great.
Madagascar is a great series too. The Madagascar movies are excellent.
The one with Ray will never be what 1 to 3 was.
That's my son. Yes, son.
Trained him well, young Padawan.
Yes. The last one was pretty good. The Rise of Skywalker was pretty good. I took Alex to see that with his friends. We went to a special screening in the city for Rise of Skywalker. It was good. How you holding up there, bro? You still good?
Yeah, I think I'm about ready to sign off.
Yeah, you look like you just,
Yeah.
You look like you're crashing hard right now.
Yeah, I've had enough.
Any more questions, comments, concerns from our
that's about
our amazing audience?
Listen, we love you all. We want everyone to have a happy, healthy, and safe Thanksgiving.
Guys, gratitude. Practice it. It'll take you a million miles.
We thank you. We thank you, everybody that has ever watched our podcast. We really thank you for tuning in. And it really keeps us going, even in the days when no one was watching us. And it's super appreciated.
We're grateful for everyone tuning in, really and truly. I mean, I see names popping up on my screen about people and old high school friends and old college friends, and it's it brings me joy, tremendous joy.
Check it out tomorrow. We're dropping a podcast with Adam Posner. Very cool episode. And last week we dropped Vegan Gains. We have a bunch more interviews that we have in the past. Please check out our channel. And we have a week from tomorrow, we're dropping the George Anderson interview, which was when we started the podcast and we're like, we have to start interviewing people. We were like, we have to interview George Anderson.
Yeah.
So that was definitely like a check mark off the bucket list of my life that I've wanted to do. So we thank you all for tuning in. Everybody have a safe and happy.
Everybody like, subscribe, and share and spread this like peanut butter and jelly to the audience, to everyone. We love you all.
Later, guys. Bye-bye.